Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
I wonder how many single men I'm gonna trigger this time. Earlier, I filmed a video of me talking about my Hinge no-goes, which is basically things that I see on profiles that is an immediate no for me when I scroll through the dating apps. Since my list is very long, I thought I'd keep sharing my Hinge no-goes. The first is the shirtless pictures. And there's layers to this because if you have your shirtless picture on your first photo, it's a no. It's an immediate no. Also, if you have a shirtless picture where you're taking a selfie in the mirror, it's also a no. Because why are you posing shirtless in a mirror? Why? And I think that also tells you how much men don't know about women. Next one is very random, but it's the little thing that tells you all the little quick facts about your age, your height, everything. My no-go is when people have so much in that thing. Like they have, don't want children, don't have children, drink wine, don't drink wine, have their star sign. People have so much stuff on that. I'm just like, you're taking this way too serious. Like, no.
Exactly, why not waste your time and take one of these on a date only to realize 2 months later that you want a kid and she doesn't. How much do you also want to bet that if you have a shirtless picture on a yacht you can't get rid of her for the next 2 weeks? Also the fact that you think you're that important that you simply spew out some crap and you have men mad explains pretty much why you've been on a dating app or more than one for almost your entire adult life.
I was reflecting on my walk this morning because I'm back on my walks. I was reflecting on the decision that I have made to leave my marital relationship, and I think that for a long time you contemplate in your brain leaving before you do leave, and I think that you work on trying to make things better before you leave as well. You don't just go. I think as a woman, you just don't up and leave. I think that your brain is going there for a long time. And obviously we had marriage counselling last year. But I think that for all the reasons that I left, since leaving, I've realised that those reasons are even more valid because they show even more once you leave the relationship that it was the right decision to leave. For all the reasons that I think about why I left, they show up so strongly now. And yeah, I just sort of it's more of a reflection of the fact that if someone is scared to leave their relationship, the grass is, they say the grass is not green on the other side, but the grass is more peaceful on the other side if you are really unhappy.
Oh no, the poor lady was unhappy, even though she tried to. First things first, what the hell is a marital relationship? Or you mean a marriage? You're such a good wife trying to fix your marriage, so much so that you can't even say the word. Oh, a marital relationship is a relationship in between two people that have been married for 20 years, so just call it a marriage then. Also, what the hell was the point of this video? So many reasons why you left, and there were reasons, and fine, name one. Let me guess, you needed to leave so you can find yourself. Absolutely no problem with that until you actually find yourself and then the problem starts showing up. That was in fact the entire point of this video. Let me try to convince other people that I made the right choice, and if I do, maybe I manage to convince myself.
Nope, we're not gonna do this either.
It's not always men. Women have the capacity to cheat too. Actually, fun fact, everybody is capable of cheating. Why do we gotta act like women are these perfect creatures who never do anything to hurt their partner, who are never cheaters, who are never abusive, who never take advantage of people? Be so for real. I know multiple men who have been cheated on. I know multiple men who have been in domestic violence situations where they were not the abuser. See, this kind of thinking right here is just as toxic as the original video. People wonder why they can't find or maintain a healthy relationship. It's because this is the kind of thinking that they're holding on to. Oh, women are always so innocent. No, the fuck we're not. Women can be just as toxic, sometimes even more so than men. But the funny thing is, in these extreme situations, in these relationships, men aren't taken seriously. Kind of funny how that works, isn't it? Why have we gone so far as to convince ourselves that it's always men, but never women? I'm gonna need you to do better. Okay, thanks.
I really start to believe some of these comments are left by 12 years old who can't even spell the word man yet. It's not all men, but it's always men. Imagine the shock she's gonna have when she's gonna find out that there is such a thing called female prisons.
I'm 42, I'm unmarried, I've never been married, I'm single, and I don't have any children, and I'm a woman. And I don't want to make that a political statement. I feel like a lot of women in this situation, because there are actually a high number of women in their 40s who are single. I don't want to get into the statistics of how happier single women are, although that is true. That's not what this is about. I think it's just important to say, like, my life as a 40-year-old woman who's single and child-free.
Less. Childless. That's what you meant to say. That's why you even paused before you said child-free. And no, there is no statistics showing how happier you are, because every study proves that you are in fact the less happier you've ever been. Your happiness plummeted in the last 50 years. If you rely on antidepressants just so you're able to get out of bed in the morning, I hate to break it to you, you're really not happy. If for every single one of you claiming you're happier being single, I find and posted 100 different videos of women crying they don't have a man in their life, happier while being single, you're really not. Are there women out there who are happier being single? Of course they are. But what we need to do is still make the difference in between exceptions and the rule.
Is not a political statement. It's not something that I want to brand myself as. I don't want to be aggressive about it. I don't even want to explain or rationalize it to people. It's really no one's business.
It's crazy to think about how much I've learned since I was like 20 years old. And the reason I bring this up is because like last night I was talking to this girl who I met at a bar who's 20, and I'm like, what is she doing here? But she was like, yeah, my boyfriend and I just broke up, and it's like not because he's a bad person or we don't love each other. It's just like I'm really busy in college and he's really busy in college building his company and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, girl, you just like made the best choice ever to end this relationship. Like you should not have to make sacrifices for like what you want to do just to have to consider someone else when you're literally 20. And I wish my younger self knew this, because
back then, of course, she was not all that happy, but now she is so much happier, of course. Imagine being so miserable that you have to twist every story you find in such a way that you basically want to have all women join in your misery. She was in a relationship with a good man, going by her words, who treated her right, who, even though in college she was working on building his business. What sacrifices exactly are you talking about? She is so much happier, of course, now being 20 and going to bars alone, looking for any type of human interaction. Oh yeah, she's absolutely crushing it now.
Can we please talk about dating? If you haven't already seen, Vogue UK just posted an article titled, "Is Having a Boyfriend Embarrassing?" Basically just talked about how women are superstitious to share their partner and talk about their personal lives on the internet. And I just have to say, I get it. And that has nothing to do with not being like proud of your partner. But as someone who's like had a public relationship and has seen what that looks like and the effects of mental health, I don't think I personally will ever be sharing my relationship on the internet again. It's just weird when something as personal as your relationship is open to other people having a say in something that they're not part of and actually know nothing about. And then on top of that, if the relationship doesn't work out, a public breakup is a whole nother beast. Everyone just always wants to assume the worst and that's something messy. But a lot of the times people just don't work out. Some people are better as friends. And then God forbid you're a woman who dates a man with any bit of success, because then people are just going to say you're obviously just in it for the money and there's no way you actually like each other.
Also, no way you're in for the money. Regardless of whatever the reason why you're in a relationship or not, can we no longer make the difference in between posting your boyfriend online and being embarrassing to have a boyfriend? Can we at least have the common sense to not talk about an article if all we've done was read the title? Oh, people will judge your relationship online. Who were those people the article was talking about? Oh, that's right, you. A bunch of single women hating on women who are posting their boyfriends. Crazy how much you find out when you go 3 lines into the actual article, right?
Let me get this straight. I could create life right now, right before your eyes, and y'all wouldn't give a but a couple of dudes write in a book that some other dude created the entire universe and everyone in it, and you just devote your entire life to it?
Yes, absolutely yes. I'm not even extremely religious and it's still yes. He, as in the one who created the entire universe, didn't need help from nobody. You, on the other hand, for you to create life, I need to become hard first. And there's nothing about you that will ever manage to get me hard. But as always, there's a bad news for you, cause I do have plenty of those. A couple of men decided to go into research and made possible a way for men to have babies without the need of a woman. So in between robots used for sex, AI girlfriends, and now the lack of need of a woman for procreation. Oh my god, you're not in the best place.
I lost the guy that I loved and cared about to red pill content. Before he started watching this content, he was sweet.
Oh no, how much it must suck to be you. Oh no, wait, he finally started treating you the way you deserve to be treated. Oh come on, Fail, how can you be so insensitive? Well, it's because I'm on TikTok, you see. Couple of months ago, two low IQ people just like this one decided to turn this type of content into a trend. Of course, it failed and didn't catch as a trend, and now another low IQ, this wonderful lady decided that since that trend failed, she's gonna try to jump on it. She's even using a TikTok filter that will show like you are crying when in fact you're not.
Do you know what? You are 100% right with that it is always on their terms. Why do they feel like it's always on their terms? Prime example as well, I was talking to a guy on Tinder, it was nothing, never even met each other, but we was literally talking for about a week and a half, and everything he was saying in regards to like wanting to go on a date, etc., it was, oh, I think I could possibly do next weekend. Oh, I think, and it's like, whoa, like, where's the compromise here? Like, I actually might be busy that weekend.
And I actually might care, but I really don't. Since I dictate the terms of our relationship, it's gonna be on my terms. The only thing you get to decide is how soon we sleep together. And yes, I know it pains you that no matter what, you're not gonna be able to change that, but I don't really care that much about that either.
Okay, quick story time. So this guy asked me out to dinner before and never followed up. Fine, whatever. I don't care. But yesterday I was on the phone with someone and they were like, hey, like, why have you never given this guy a chance? And I was like, well, he asked me to dinner and then didn't follow up. They were like, okay, let me call him on another device and you're gonna sit here and listen. Don't say anything. He's not gonna know you're listening. I was like, okay. So calls him. They're like, hey, like, why don't you take Jess on a date? This guy says, nah, she seems like the type of girl that would just go out and cheat on me. Like, I don't want to deal with that kind of headache. Like, it wouldn't work out. First of all, if you would take the time to get to know me.
Yeah, no. She did say she finds cheating the worst thing in the world, and that may be true. But as for taking the time to get to know you and let you prove me right or wrong, just no. She also said she thinks it comes from the way she looks, and you should never judge a book by its cover. And yes, that may be true in a lot of cases, but at the same time, if you want a book to sell and you realize that the cover is the problem, you could maybe change the cover. If the cover is blue, sure, fair enough, but if the cover is dusty, then that must mean that it's been sitting on a shelf for so long.
Happy to live.
Oh my god. I'm so embarrassed. I'm literally so embarrassed.
Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. Let me post this just to show everyone how embarrassed I am. Man, we no longer have a mind of our own. It's been taken over by the online mind. But anyway, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.